Good afternoon, everybody. PA Figs here. It is day 17 of our lockdown. We started our lockdown a little bit earlier than other folks here in Pennsylvania. Plus, our work sent us home into a mandatory lockdown. Good news, I guess, is we've had plenty of time to work on the greenhouse. You can see my petunias that I had done an earlier video on. The plugs did really well. Some of the warmer weather has really had them take off. Some of the zinnia seeds, we've been working on up-potting them. Doing okay. They just got up-potted yesterday, so some of them are not enjoying it. I'll show a little clip here of Teresa as she wouldn't listen to directions. Alright, Teresa, what are you doing there? Up-potting, yeah, but what are you doing that I told you not to do?
I'm taking off the extra zinnia.
Okay, so we planted multiple zinnia seeds per pot. And what are you supposed to do?
Take off the weaker link.
The weaker. You're supposed to just pinch it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what are you doing?
Saving it.
Saving it. Even though I told you not to.
Let's roots.
See. Let's see it. What is it?
These all have this
Alright.
extra.
She's gonna try. She's gonna try to save them all. We'll see what happens. So I've got Teresa in. She's working on the taxes. I'm out here. And I have to say, one good thing happened this week. Great thing, actually. Oh, look at that. So my buddy Alex saw my plight, absolute plight, on the last video that I was out of absinthe. And he pinged me and said, hey, I've got a bottle that I've never opened. You want it? I said, yeah, I want it. So he stopped by with a bottle of absinthe and some farm fresh eggs. We've been enjoying the eggs. I think I've convinced Teresa into the need to have eggs. So we'll see what happens there. But been working a lot on the greenhouse lately. There's really not much else to do. We've been locked up. We have taken a car ride just to get out of the house, you know, not necessarily stopped anywhere. We have gone to the grocery store. We have done some things like that. Trying to do our part. Not sure I'm still fully bought into everything, but I do want to say that I did my part. And it's looking like this thing's going to last quite a while longer here, so we will see. So I think I'm going to start some new seeds. Teresa has a little bit of potato vine going here. I wanted to try it without covering them to see how they do. I was having a problem. If you notice all the green algae growth, I think in part it was my water source that I had. My water barrel that catches the rainwater, I hadn't shocked that in a long time, so I did bleach that. It certainly smells bleachy a little bit still, but I watered that weed yesterday and it didn't die, so I'm going to say it's good enough to use. And I'm hoping that'll help knock down some of that green algae. Snapdragons, I was having a problem getting snapdragons to go in, I think it was this guy here. And I think it's that, well, you can see they're popping up now finally. And I think it was some bad seeds plus whatever that algae growth is. So I did shock my water source to try to get rid of that. We'll see what happens. And now we're going to plant some peppers and some other seed package that I must have left in the house. But it's time to get some seeds going. I think we've got some pumpkins, some squash. You know, we're going to plant a few things in case things get crazy here. But also things that we, you know, enjoy throughout the season. So we've got some pots ready. We've got some up-potting left to do. Some zinnias left. Some petunias. And I'm loving the new racks that I have in the greenhouse. This was from Sears going out of business. You can see they had it for $80. I think I even got a little bit off of that, so it was somewhere in that $50 range. And it's been housing quite a few of my plants and letting me do some different things. I think it's time to move these Italian figs out into the yard. I think I'm going to have to get rid of those, and they're just taking up space. I've been kind of holding on, hoping to get a ripe fig out of at least one of them, but it's not looking good. So yeah, just trying to keep busy. I did move a Coleodom Nor in here. It hasn't leafed out yet. Probably going to take a couple days. We haven't really had a lot of sun. It's been raining the last few days. But once that sun hits it, it should pop out, much like the black Madeira behind it. And the... Oh, I'm sorry. That was... No, yeah, Col de Dame Greasy over there. So, getting the figs started early. You can see I've got some Brebas over here on my Madeira White. So those will be interesting. I don't remember getting any last year. I will say the Breba figs do much better in the greenhouse. Whereas they would normally fall off or have issues out in the main orchard. In the greenhouse, they seem to grow really well, and they get huge usually. Probably that little bit of higher humidity and just less wind to knock them off, I guess. I'm not fully sure. But yeah, so I've got my sugar snap peas going real well up here. They should start to flower any day now, I would think. And we'll start getting some fresh vegetables to eat, which will be nice. The cucumbers, I think, really would have liked a little bit more heat and sun, but they're coming along in there and over here. And then I've got a little more snap peas here. I did plant a lot of snap peas out in the yard. They have not broken yet. I also planted a 5-gallon or 7-gallon bucket over there with the pea seeds. They haven't broken yet. So it just goes to show, I think, what a difference having a heat mat really makes. I was having some problems in the seeds, like the snapdragons and the peppers that are in here were not popping out, and I think the reason was during the colder months I only had the thermostat set to like 64, so I raised it up to 74 now, and that extra heat has really gotten things taken off. So yep, that's about it. Trying not to lose my mind and go stir crazy here on lockdown, but hopefully everybody's doing well, and hopefully this thing will pass here soon, although I think it's going to be another month or two, but we'll see. I'm very interested to hear how everybody's gardening is doing. Certainly glad that I have the greenhouse and something to keep me busy, or else I would really be losing my mind here. I'm not the type that can just sit inside and watch TV all day. So, concentrating on what I can do. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. I'm PA Figs.